Everybody, welcome to me with like a creepy voice, I guess, and weird hair. If you want to vlog, you're gonna have to get used to that because I'm definitely not flat ironing this for you every day. I turned on lighting, and that's about the best you're gonna get. Um, but this is me in the day to day, really. Hoodie, bad hair, tired, living my best life in the worst timeline. Um, Plus, I feel like you're getting me in what is a really weird moment in my life. Kind of feels like the world is expanding and contracting all at once. I feel like I'm growing into this ever larger community, which I love. Um, but my world is getting smaller, really, in a lot of ways. For the first time ever, I'm sort of digging into what my rural community means to me, which is deeply uncomfortable. For most of my life, I viewed this as a really toxic place that's really harmful to me. And um, I'm trying to separate the past from the people who live here currently. And I feel like I'm failing at that constantly, but we can't survive the situation we're in currently if we don't learn what it means to be a part of a community in the truest sense. Um, at the same time, I feel like I have more of a platform than ever, even though it's sort of splintered and broken into a lot of smaller pieces instead of something sort of cohesive. But it feels like the world is increasingly squashing my voice as a trans person, as a feminine presenting person. Um, yeah, weird time to be alive, I guess. What is this space going to be? I don't know, really. Maybe this will be the only video I ever make, and I'm going to give myself permission to be okay with that. Maybe it'll become as routine to me as making my daily cup of tea. Who knows? I don't. Um, what am I listening to right now? Raven Steals Fire over on my Discord server recommended an album that I won't try and pronounce, but I will put in the comments or in the description of this video. I'm giving that a listen while I write today. What am I up to? Um, my time right now looks like battling chronic illness, being a parent, while also hospice volunteering and being there for people while they work through death and grief and those processes. Working on a new manuscript that's been rattling around in my brain. Prepping for a new Pathfinder RPG game that my spouse is going to be running. We're doing Cradle of Night, if anyone's curious. Um, Hurricane recovery, which lately looks like a lot of not only trying to figure out what it means to repair the very damaged portions of my home without little or no help from insurance or FEMA, um, helping other people manage repairs and debris cleanup and tree removal and all those things, and a not insignificant amount of time spent helping people navigate the process of filling out FEMA appeals. It's sort of a complicated process, so I've been helping folks with that a lot. Um, I'm now heading up a local countywide indivisible.org group, doing protests, generally making good trouble. A lot of that I'm not going to be able to tell you about here because be gay, do crimes, I guess. Um, Filling orders for my shop, kind of waiting for it to get warm enough here, consistently enough that I can pour resin for some spirit boards I'm working on for folks. It's finally getting warm enough that I feel like I can use my hands consistently to work some silver for some custom talismans I'm working on. Rheumatoid's kind of a bastard in that way. I need the warmth. I'm embroiled in several flavors of legal crap. Right now, I'm working on a case against one of my parents, a restraining order case that is up for renewal. So cross your fingers on that. Stuff with the school that harassed my children last summer, publisher stuff, all of that. Trying to get together enough equipment to start a community garden here, since there's some land attached to my home that I can use for that project, for that kind of project. Gosh, on top of that, the kids have pneumonias. I have twin 7-year-olds, and that's kind of stressful right now. As we speak, my spouse is taking them to the pediatrician, and one of them is down for a chest x-ray. Um, Hoping generally to find enough time to like sleep and eat. That's a thing. Um, Meeting with a person today who has some heavy equipment, and I'm hoping can fill in some sinkholes in my yard um, at a price I can afford. Yeah, if I can manage to get a GoPro or something like that, I'll try and do some videos where I take you along when I'm working on some things and give you some footage of me at work and that sort of thing. Show you kind of what the area is looking right now post hurricane. Um, I'll try and do some videos where I'm talking about books or events, answering questions, rambling about occult, death, nerd, whatever topics. If anybody wants to help me with an outro or intro clip, I sure don't want to do that. Um, how can you help? Subscribe at Patreon. That's generally helping pay the bills right now. Take a peep at my wish list if you want to send some items needed for hurricane recovery or the community garden project, even though that list is riddled with junk that I just like or thought was neat. Um, I've got PayPal and Venmo links in my link tree. I'll put those below as well. Shopping at my website. On the free end, just sharing links and project, talking about the things I'm doing helps a lot, really. Um, on the book review end, I'm probably never going to review this copy of Anomancy I got for my birthday from one of my coveners. Thanks for that, y'all. Um, yeah, until next time, I am sending love from the crow's nest, which, yes, is the name of my Wi-Fi, and the Pokestop adjacent my house. A big thank you also to Thumper Forge for this Raydun mug that I use every day. I am indeed dead inside. Um, Giving myself permission not to edit these and sticking them up as they are. Till next time.